Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about something that sounds a little, well, a little like a boring grammar lesson. But trust me, it's not. We're actually unlocking the key to telling stories, to sharing memories, and really to understanding everything that's ever happened before right now.
So, let's start with a story. Picture this, Austria, back in the 18th century. We hear that Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was an Austrian musician, and that he lived almost 250 years ago, right? Just those two little words, was, lived, they act like a time machine, pulling us back into the past. And if we look at a timeline of his life, you can see it's just a series of events that are all done and dusted. He was born. He started composing when he was just a kid. He wrote a mind-blowing amount of music, and then his story ended. He died. Each one of those actions is a finished chapter. It happened, and it's over.
So as we just saw with Mozart's life, there's a pattern, right? We're using a specific tool to talk about all these past events. Let's zoom in a bit and see exactly what that tool is doing.
Take a look at these words we've been using. Lived, started, wrote, was, died. What's the one thing they all have in common? Well, they're all verbs. Action words or states of being that happened, and this is the crucial part, they are finished. They are completely in the past. And that, right there, is the heart of what we're talking about today.
All right, so the secret tool we've been using, it has a name. It's called the past simple tense. Now that we've seen what it does, let's pop the hood and really crack the code so you can start using it yourself. So what is it officially?
Well, it's actually pretty straightforward. We use the past simple for any action or situation that is completely, totally finished. It's like putting a pin on a map of time. It happened there and it's over now. Mozart lived his life. That action is done. Simple as that.
Okay, so to make the past simple, verbs usually go down one of two roads. Most verbs are regular. Super easy, you just add ed to the end. Work becomes worked. But then you get the rebels, the irregular verbs. They don't follow the rules. They change their spelling completely. So write becomes wrote, and go becomes went.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Irregular verbs sound like a headache, but honestly, use them all the time without even thinking about it. I went to the movies. We saw a friend. It was cold, so I shut the window. Kate spent some money and she bought a dress that cost $100. See? You hear these constantly. They just start to feel natural with a little practice.
All right, so far so good. We can make statements about what happened in the past. But a conversation isn't just a list of facts, right? We need to be able to ask questions and say no. And for that, we need a new little helper word.
Let's start with a nice, simple, positive statement. I enjoyed the party a lot. It's a clear thought about a past event. I was there, I had a good time. The end.
But what if you want to ask your friend if they enjoyed it? Or, let's be honest, what if the party was kind of a bust and you want to say you didn't enjoy it? How do we flip the sentence around?
The secret ingredient is one tiny word, did. To ask a question, you just stick did at the front. But, and this is the really important part, look at what happens to the main verb. Did you enjoy? The verb enjoy goes right back to its original, normal form. It's because did does all the hard work. It's already showing us we're talking about the past, so the main verb gets to take a break.
And guess what? It's the exact same logic for negative sentences. We use didn't, and once again, the main verb just relaxes and stays in its original form. I didn't buy anything. You wouldn't say I didn't bought. Or we didn't go, not we didn't went. So the key thing to remember is this. After did or didn't, the main verb is always the simple original version. Now, you know how in every group there's always one person who just does their own thing, plays by their own rules? Well, in the family of English verbs, that's the verb to be. It's so common, so important, that it gets its own special system for the past tense. It's a total VIP.
For the verb to be, forget everything about did and didn't. They are not invited to this party. The past of am and is simply was, and the past of are is were. And notice how it handles everything itself. To make it negative, you just add not, wasn't, weren't. To ask a question, you just flip it. Was I? Were you? It's a completely self-contained system.
And you can see both of these forms working together all the time. Like in this sentence, I was annoyed because they were late. It's perfect. The subject I gets was, and the subject they gets were. That's our VIP verb in action. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground. We have our regular verbs, our irregular rebels, we know how to ask questions and say no,
And we know about the special case of was and were. So now let's put all the pieces of the puzzle together and see how they work in a simple, everyday story.
So let's follow Laura's day. She got up. Hey, there's one of our irregular verbs. Then she walked to work. That's a nice, easy, regular one. She started and finished work. More regulars. But look here. She didn't have lunch. There's our negative formula with didn't. And finally, she was tired when she got home. We've got our special VIP verb was and another irregular, got. You see, this is exactly how we do it, just mixing and matching all these forms to talk about our lives.
So there you have it. The past simple isn't some big, scary grammar rule. It's your key. It's the tool that lets you talk about everything that has ever happened, from the life of a famous composer to what you did last weekend. You now have the complete toolkit. So really, there's only one question left to ask. What story are you going to tell first?